AATA for dressing down my niece at a family function after accused me of being a Karen and said rude things about my daughter to our family. The situation with my daughter's teacher. The only teacher that my 44F daughter, Sarah, 17F, has ever had issue with is Miss Jane. From what I've heard of Miss Jane, she gives special treatment to the more popular kids because she views herself as a popular kid and wants their approval. Miss Jane turns a blind eye to a lot of bad behavior from the more popular kids in her class. One of these more popular girls, Amber, had been bullying Sarah for weeks. Miss Jane witnessed most of the bullying directly yet said and did nothing about it. I had to escalate it to administration for anything to be done about Amber, at which point she was finally given detention and had her seat moved away from Sarah's in the classes they share. After this incident, Sarah said that Miss Jane seemed to take it personally on Amber's behalf and begun grading her assignments unfairly compared to the other students. The last straw was the recent project where she gave a presentation that accounted for a good portion of her grade. It was clear that Miss Jane graded based on her personal dislike of Sarah. Just one example was that she marked Sarah for standing in one place during the presentation and not moving more. This was not in the rubric, and Sarah confirmed with her classmates that Miss Jane had marked nobody else off for that. I again had to escalate this to administration for anything to be done about it. It took fighting with them for Sarah's grade to finally be raised to the one she deserved. I also put in a request with administration to transfer Sarah into another teacher's class. I told my sister, May 40F, about this because naturally we talk about everything. The situation with my niece. Unfortunately, my niece Chloe, 19F, decided to purposely misconstrue what happened in order to create drama at a recent family event. And it's far from the first time she's done something like this. I overheard her telling my rather uncomfortable dad about how I was a typical Karen, throwing a tantrum to get her kid's way. She was saying rude things about Sarah too, accusing her of only passing because I whined to the school, which is not even remotely true. Sarah is on the honor roll because she is highly intelligent and works hard. I pulled Chloe outside for a word, and I did dress her down for the things she'd been saying both that day and at family functions before then. I told her that don't get if she's bored or insecure about herself, and that's why she needs to make up drama all the time, but I am done with it. I've bitten my tongue before, but I'd wanted to say that to Chloe for a while now. Chloe apologized and was silent for the rest of the event. May later called me to say I was wrong for how I handled Chloe. May agreed I was okay with being frustrated, but our relatives all know Chloe tends to dramatize things because it's just what people her age do. And there was no need to embarrass her like I did. Ida?